Now, I've given you the must watch list for Netflix's top true crime documentaries, but let's get into the Unsolved Mysteries series. So these are a series of real cases that are still unsolved to this day, and today we're counting down the 10 craziest. So let's get into it. At number 10, we have the Berkshire's UFO. So in 1969, dozens of witnesses across Massachusetts reported the same bizarre UFO encounters. Strange lights, missing time, unexplained memories. To this day, there's been no explanation. Aliens, do they really exist? But it's very interesting, and there's a couple of documentaries on Netflix regarding kind of these encounters with UFOs and kind of alien activity. At number 9, we have the tsunami spirits. Now this one I really enjoyed. Now, after Japan's 2011 tsunami, survivors claim to see and even speak the spirits of those who died in this terrible event. Now, was that collective grief or proof of something supernatural? What really stood out to me in this story is when they had a kind of terminology for how close the afterlife is, or this other dimension is. It was like a Japanese, like the sliding Japanese door that they have in kind of traditional houses, the shoji, how easy it is to kind of come in and out of the afterlife and back into, present life. That was very interesting. Or the story about how a man had picked up someone as a taxi driver and he had driven them to their home, and then something happened and he realized that he actually drove a ghost back to its house. At number 8, we have stolen kids. So in 1989, 2 toddlers vanished from the very same park in Harlem, just months apart. Their families believe the children could still be alive today, and there may have been a connection. Decades later, both disappearances remain a complete mystery. And it was really sad and very touching seeing the mothers' kind of stories. Very, very sad. Especially because obviously they live with guilt. That's your child, that's your responsibility, and losing your child, it's just very sad. At number 7, we have missing witness. So Lena Chapin once claimed her own mother confessed to murdering her stepfather, but before she could testify, Lena herself disappeared. Her body has never been found. At number 6, we have the death row fugitive. Now this one was crazy because it's like, back in the day, you could really get away with anything. They've obviously tightened it up because of how crazy it was. So basically, back in the 70s, if you went to prison, you actually had day release. And this guy was in prison for murder. So I don't know how he was going on day release. But to sum it all up, it's Lester Eubanks. He is a death row fugitive.